Record on. So, hi all. My name is Jay Podyal, and today we have a session about finding great niche and domain name which works and which sells, right? So, in today's webinar, we would be covering how to find, you know, a niche that really works, that really sells, that really, has some value within that niche. And apart from that, if you select niche, then it will become easier to select domain name under that niche. Yesterday, we spoke about how to find expired domains, how to find domains from GoDaddy closeouts, right? So before finding domains, you should know your niche, right? For which niche you want to work. Yesterday we have seen, yesterday's speaker Herman told us like he has sold one domain for $13,000, I guess. The domain was rolling casino rolling.com, right? So he उन्होंने एक निश पकड़ लिया कि यार कसिनो निश इज गुड कि आई शुड उसके अलावा भी आई मीन ही वर्क्स फॉर सम अदर niches also, and now casino is also one of his niches, right? So niche को final करना important है. So before like I start my slides, I want to show one article, right? One uh, old article at Name Pros, right? Can you see that? What are the top 7 domain investing niches, right? Here we can see Chinese premium. I mean, in like 7, 8 years back, there was some era of Chinese domains, like China के जो letters इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, नंबर्स होते हैं, तो उसके 4 नंबर 5 नंबर 4 लेटर 5 लेटर डोमेन्स वगैरह लोग रजिस्टर करके चाइनीज को सेल करते थे एंड विद इन चाइना उसकी ट्रेडिंग होती थी, काइंड ऑफ ट्रेडिंग. एंड उसके बाद है ब्रांडेबल डोमेन्स, एंड उसके बाद न्यू जीटीएलडीज. what are new GTLDs? These are new domain extensions like .attorney, .lawyer, .club, etc. Right? But we generally, don't suggest beginner or intermediate as well to invest in new GTLDs because, uh, as you know, .com is king, and so we should look for .com only, right? And uh, apart from that, when you go for .com, then your reach becomes global automatically, right? And technology is there, trends is there, geodomains is also there. Geodomains means like NewYorkHomes.com, New York shoestore.com, right? And keywords, right? So see, ये 2016 का था. It was of 2016. It's been 7 years, right? In this 7 years of time span, Chinese premiums are gone, right? Uh, Old story now, right? So actually, I personally don't suggest for new GTLDs, and it is not working good as well. I mean, for everyone, right? So 0.01% काम कर रहा होगा, and that's not enough for a domainer. I mean, even for an expert, right? So see, brandable domains are not going anywhere, right? Today we will speak about this also. These domains are not going anywhere because in this like internet era, you might want to start a company, you might want to start an e-commerce store, blog or anything. So you need brand. Brand is always the brand is always permanent, right? And and technology. This technology is also not going anywhere. Okay, trends, yeah, trends keep changing. We will discuss about that also. Geo domains are also good, and keywords domain are also good. Keywords means like uh, gardening tools is example of two-word domain, keyword domain. This is not EMD, right? Gardening tools can also become EMD. If I type gardening tools in New York, it can become Geo EMD, right? So this is 7 years old article. Now I will start sharing my slide. Share screen. If you have any questions, keep with you. We will take it at last. Right. So here it is. Let me full screen my slides. Right. Finding profitable niches and domains by, of course. Domain name types, right? पहले बात करते हैं like, see, there are many domain name types apart from these also, right? But we will discuss about those domain name types which are hot, okay, and which are investor friendly, which fits in investors ecosystem, right? First is brandable domain, like any name, any company name, any website name of e-commerce, like Gadmo.com, Joyrica.com. I mean, these are the example of domain names, and you can also come up with any domain name and ask what kind of category it is at last, not now, right? So that $1,500 to $4,000 is a sweet spot. आई मीन ये एक ऐसा प्राइस है जिसके बीच में ये डोमेन जनरली सेल होते हैं. इट्स नॉट थंब रूल, जनरली सेल होते हैं. आई मीन कंपनीज और गुड ई कॉमर्स स्टोर कैन इन्वेस्ट दिस मच अमाउंट इन अ गुड डोमेन, इन अ डिसेंट domain, not in great domain. Great domain can be costlier than that. Okay, and then EMD comes in, like buy leather shoes, laptops best price. ये 200 से $900 के बीच में. I mean, it sells between $200 to $900 depending upon the domain name. It is not rule, I am saying. It is a sweet spot generally. Uh, it's a trend in domaining industry actually, right? Broad trend. Geo EMD, like criminal lawyer New York, Memphis, travel agency.com. Memphis is geolocation, okay, and it sells around $200 to $600. And keyword domains, shoppingbeast.com, how.in. I mean, how is a keyword, right? It sells between $1,000 to $10,000, and depending upon the, of course, domain quality, it may go up to $1 million or $2 million, and it could be $10 million, right? So, and if you say if I mean, why should we go for EMD and Geo EMD when we can get decent amount for brandable domains, right? This is a genuine question which may arise in your mind. So, because the selling technique you use for these categories are different, right? You cannot, do outreach for domains like gadmo.com या joyrica.com, right? joyrica gadmo बेचना है तो आपको ऐसा बंदा ढूंढना पड़ेगा ना कि जो गैडमो ब्रांड को या जॉयरिका ब्रांड को पहले से ही यूज कर रहा हो, या उसका फेसबुक पेज हो, इंस्टा हो, राइट? सो इन दिस केस you need to wait for inbound inquiry. Inbound inquiry का आपको वेट करना पड़ेगा, right? Tough to sell. I mean, you have to wait for that. And in case of EMDs and EMDs, domains like buyleathershoes.com, you can outreach n number of buyers. You can outreach 50 number of buyers, 100 number of buyers, depending upon the domain name, right? If I talk about criminal lawyer in New York, right? And if I want to book domains around criminal lawyer for USA, then I can suffix many states, right? California, I mean, Nevada, I can suffix many states of USA, right? So, and EMD एक बार book कर लिया तो you can Google it for बायर्स को ढूंढने के लिए, प्रोस्पेक्टिंग के लिए, और आपको बहुत सारे बायर उसमें मिल जाएंगे। फिर उनकी साइट ढूंढ के, जैसा कल बताया था, फिर उनकी आप साइट ढूंढ के उनको सर्च करके उनको आउटरीच कर सकते हो टू सेल दिस डोमेन, राइट? सो in case of EMD and Geo EMD, finding buyers become easier. In case of brandable domains, it is not there, right? So you have to wait, or you have to approach someone, and there could be very less buyer for brandable domains. And keyword domains are always, costlier also. When you when you want to buy a keywords domain, and a good domain, a decent domain, you have to buy from aftermarket only, right? Okay, buying, booking a fresh domain is also possible if you search those domains via uh, GoDaddy closeout या expired domains.net में से आप देख सकते हो, right? Let's talk about, let's go further, right, beyond this, right? So these are the categories, right? And how to go for a niche, right? As I always say कि उस niche की knowledge आपको होनी चाहिए, ठीक है? अगर आप dentist हो तो you should play around dental thing, right? If you are from event industry, you can uh, play with event related domains, right? Let's go to next slide. See, these are the hot categories, niches based on numbers, based on quantity actually, which says profession, law, insurance, health, and it can sell via outbound, I mean outreach. In this case, you have to outreach, and sometimes you can sell via inbound also. I mean, inbound means somebody will inquire for that particular domain and buy it. Second is technology, VR, AI, cloud, drone. Third is product plus store. Product is like mobile, like sound recorder, right? So sound recorder, store.com, sound recorder online.com, sound recorder card.com, services, plumbing services, law services, financial services, trends like ChatGPT, COVID, crypto, weed, right? And these kind of trends can be sold via inbound and outbound as well, right? Then brandable domains. Brandable domains are, these are sold in less numbers. Okay? Let's move to next slide. कुछ पूछना है, just note बना लो, note कर लो, and you can type in chat box also, ठीक है ना? बाद में देखेंगे scroll करके कितना question. See, this is the example of narrowing down your niche, right? First हम बात करते हैं like why you should narrow down your niche, because that way you will end up selecting good handful domain, कम domain लोगे, कम खर्चा होएगा, less budget में आपका काम हो जाएगा, ठीक है ना? तो like if I say information technology is broad domain, it's a broad niche, right? And if I dig further, technology related domains comes in, right? IT is broad, technology is bit smaller. And in technology, if I particularly speak about AI, see, in technology, database is also there, web development is also there, web designing is also there. I'm choosing artificial AI as, niche. I mean, using this way, we are narrowing down our niche to catch micro niche, right? So I'll tell you why micro niche related domains sells for a good price and why broader doesn't, right? So service or product. See, in AI, whom you want to target, who might be developing some service or some product, right? तो जो वो बना रहे होंगे उनको आप टारगेट करने जाएंगे, ठीक है ना? तो वो क्या हो सकती हैं? फर्दर मैंने इसको ब्रेक डाउन किया है। वेलनेस, प्रोडक्टिविटी, एजुकेशन, एंटरटेनमेंट, लैंग्वेज, रिच मीडिया लाइक वीडियो, इमेजेस, वॉइस, साउंड्स, music, anything, customer care and cloud telephony. I mean, these are the few, right? This is the example of narrowing down your niche, right? So हम समझते हैं कि narrow down करना क्यों जरूरी है, right? Okay, first tell me, कोई बता सकता है कि what is intent? माइक पर आकर can you speak about user intent? What is user intent? Okay, I'll go to one chart. I'll explain. Right. See, this is user intent basically. Informational. That means user wants information from a domain name, from a website basically, not domain name. And website, of course, built on domain only, right? So one kind of intent is informational, like for example, looking for answer to a question or general info. Example, how to play guitar, how to do a kick flip, how to make a good rajma rice, chole bhature, right? So इस टाइप के इंटेंट में जनरली websites are not earning anything except ad revenue, and ad revenues are very less if we compare to product, right? And other is navigational, like the searcher is trying to find a website or page, वो कोई वेबसाइट या पेज ढूंढना चाहता है, राइट? वो नेविगेशनल इंटेंट हो गया। एंड व्हाट इज कमर्शियल इंटेंट? कमर्शियल इंटेंट मींस someone is looking for price for something, right? कि कोई शू कितने का है, या $200 के अंडर में कोई अच्छा सा मोबाइल कितने का आएगा, राइट? बहुत सारे वीडियोस भी आपने इस टाइप के देखे होंगे, बेस्ट एंड्रॉइड फोन अंडर 10,000 रुपीज, अंडर 20,000, अंडर 40,000 रुपीज, एग्जाम्पल आपके सामने है। देन कम्स इन ट्रांजैक्शनल इंटेंट, राइट? इट इज बाइंग समथिंग, कुछ खरीदना है, राइट? राइट? तो बाइंग समथिंग, इट कैन बी प्रोडक्ट, इट कैन बी सर्विस, राइट? कोई डिजिटल मार्केटिंग कंपनी से भी बाय कर सकता है क्या? डिजिटल मार्केटिंग सर्विस। कोई वेब डिजाइनिंग कंपनी से भी बाय कर सकता है क्या? वेब डेवलपमेंट सर्विस, सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट सर्विस, राइट? वो प्रोडक्ट हो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है, इट कैन बी कंसल्टेंसी ऑल्सो, right? Like in example, you see buy iPhone 13, buy Blue Yeti microphone, right? And it could be like good web designer in Delhi, good software developer in New York, app development agency in New York. Okay, it could be anything. Criminal lawyer in New York, right? क्यों कोई क्रिमिनल लॉयर को ढूंढ रहा होगा, आप बताओ? इंफॉर्मेशन लेने के लिए? नो. नेविगेशनल? नो. कमर्शियल? नो. ट्रांजेक्शनल? यस. बिकॉज ही इज सर्चिंग फॉर one intent ki I want to do some transaction. What is transaction? Like paying some value in I mean uh, against getting some value as product or service. ठीक है? तो आपको डोमेन बुक करने से पहले, निश में जाने से पहले उसका इंटेंट पता होना जरूरी है, राइट? कि मैं किस इंटेंट का डोमेन बुक करने जा रहा हूं, ठीक है ना? इफ यू बुक डोमेन लाइक howtoplayguitar.com और या हाउ टू डू, आई मीन उसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं होगी, राइट? ओके. एंड if if I search on Google, if I think in my mind about guitar classes, online guitar classes, right? Then it becomes transaction. Then इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि वो इस इंटेंट से जा रहा है कि उसे कुछ खरीदना है, पैसा देना है, right? Okay. And you should book those domain names which has at least these last two intent, commercial and transactional, right? Commercial kyun? Why commercial? Because in commercial website, you know, owner can earn via affiliating some product like golf shoes या skateboard, right? Transaction में तो आपको खुद बेचना पड़ेगा, right? Now understand, if you book domains around information technology, then it becomes informational intent. If you book domains related to technology, then it can become navigational intent or informational intent, right? If you book domain under, if you again narrow down your niche like wellness product, productivity product, educational product, right? Then it becomes transactional, right? That means if I want to start my online wellness service, what is my niche? Where I'm playing? In which field I'm playing? I'm playing on micro field, which is wellness, right? Further और समझते हैं इसको आगे. Example number 2. Lifestyle. Lifestyle is broader term. Under lifestyle, there is wellness, there is fashion, there is travel, there is entertainment, astrology. I mean, there could be many categories which falls under lifestyle, right? How I narrowed down. Health में गया, health and wellness, right? And health and wellness को further किया dental health, right? I chose dental health and I again narrowed it down to oral surgery, right? In dental health, there could be one more major category, teeth cleaning, right? But I chose oral surgery. You know why? Teeth cleaning can cost me, 1,000 rupees, $20 for one sitting. But oral surgery can cost me much higher. You know why I'm telling this? Because आप जिसको भी डोमेन बेचने जा रहे हो, राइट? आपको उस टाइप का डोमेन बुक करना है, उस टाइप की निश में जाना है जो वो डोमेन लेकर वो भी कुछ पैसा कमा सकता है, तभी तो वो आपको डोमेन का पैसा देगा, राइट? इफ आई सेल this light on my website, like it is I think 600 रुपए की है, 600 600-700 रुपए की शायद, अरे नहीं महंगी है, no problem. And if I sell this sound recorder which cost 28,000 rupees, if I sell iPhone which costs 1 lakh rupees, more than 1 lakh, तो डिपेंड करता है कि भाई मैं बेच क्या रहा हूं, और जो मैं बेच रहा हूं अगर मुझे उसका रिलेटेड ब्रांड चाहिए होगा तभी मैं उस डोमेन का अच्छा पैसा दे पाऊंगा, राइट. ये मतलब है मेरे को निश समझाने का, मतलब कंघी की निश में काम करने से अच्छा है, या नाइफ निश में काम करने से अच्छा है, लाइट निश में काम करो, साउंड रिकॉर्डिंग में काम करो, बिकॉज इट हैज बिगर टिकट साइज, राइट. आगे और जाते हैं, हम समझते हैं कि लाइक और क्या चीजें हैं, लाइक व्हाट मोर पैरामीटर्स वी कैन अप्लाई, राइट. लेट मी ग्रैब सम वाटर. मतलब वेबिनार तो हमारा हिंदी में ही था, बट कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको हिंदी नहीं समझ आती, तो इसलिए मेरे को मिक्स करना पड़ रहा है, राइट. तो कल भी किसी ने रिक्वेस्ट किया था चैट पर, तो आज वो हैं हम हमारे साथ. हाँ, आगे बढ़ते हैं. इंटेंट समझ आ गया. चलो एक काम करते हैं, ओके, एक और पॉइंट पे जाता हूं, फिर उसके बाद हम 3-4 क्वेश्चंस ले सकते हैं, राइट. क्योंकि ये स्लाइड 2 मेजरली 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइडेड है, राइट. सेकंड, चेकलिस्ट एंड पैरामीटर्स. Before finalizing niche or any domain name, these are the things. Intent type. Intent समझ में आ गया. Your intent type should be commercial or transactional, right? Right. Informational domains also sell. I'm not saying कि it is not sellable, but commercial and transactional domain can fetch more value, right? Second, industry size. When I say industry size, I mean to say what is the size of light industry, and what is the size of small light industry, and what is the size of RGB light industry, right? ठीक है. And right, and what is the ticket size? I mean, what is the amount of this light which can sell through a website, or I mean, ultimately a domain name, okay? And what would be size of this? See, if industry size is big for knife and industry size is small for this sound recorder, then ticket size matters, right? This is, I mean, this can be worth of, I think, $5, and this is worth of $400 actually, and you can compare $5 and approx 400 to $500, but but this can fetch you some money in different scenario. If you put this knife here and ask 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees, they might give you if they have. So industry size and ticket size matters. If industry size is big, like knife, but it should have good ticket size also. Means price for average price for one product, or price for one product, right? And number of services rendered monthly, yearly by one company. I mean, on an average, आपको ये भी देखना होगा कि कितनी सर्विसेज बेची जाती थी. जैसे डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इज ह्यूज, राइट. नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट सोल्ड मंथली, ईयरली, ये भी देखना पड़ेगा ना कि कौन सा प्रोडक्ट कितना बिकता है. Like if I talk about Rolls-Royce car or Ferrari, right? The number of sales are so low कि आपको वो डोमेन कौन खरीदेगा. ट्रांजेक्शन वाला तो कोई लेगा ही नहीं, राइट. बट इंफॉर्मेशनल वाला लेगा, बट अच्छे पैसे नहीं देगा. एंड फिफ्थ पॉइंट इज डिमांड. व्हाट इज द डिमांड? वो आप गूगल सर्च से यू कैन चेक. एंड व्हाट इज द कस्टमर टाइप. एंड कस्टमर टाइप शुड बी ऑनलाइन, you know, not our customer, their customer, the niche you are targeting for, the industry you are targeting for, the category you are targeting for, their customer type should be online. Okay. And population of the population and P3 means purchasing power parity of targeted geolocation versus your location, not you location, your location. That means if I am sitting in India, right, and buying, and I'm sitting in India and I'm enjoying, you know, living standard of India, like one coke comes for, you know, एक कोक 20 रुपए में आती है, राइट. इफ आई गो टू यूएस, तो एक कोक वहां पर 100 रुपीज की आ सकती है, 60-70 रुपीज की आ सकती है. तो जनरली लोग ऐसा कहते हैं, पीपल से कि इफ वी कंपेयर इंडिया विद यूएस, देयर इज परचेज पैरिटी ऑफ 1:3. दैट मीन्स कि अगर यूएस से यहाँ का 3:1 है, if somebody wants to do domaining in the US, right, if they want to sell in India, they will get losses. I mean, if it becomes general practice actually, right. एक दो डोमेन बेच दिया, बहुत सारे इंडियन है जो करोड़ों रुपए भी एक डोमेन पे खर्च करते हैं. एक्सेप्शंस आर देयर, उसकी मैं बात नहीं कर रहा. जनरली स्पीकिंग, आपको उसी कंट्री को टारगेट करना चाहिए जिसका परचेज पावर पैरिटी आपकी कंट्री से अच्छा है, राइट. एंड द लास्ट, द टारगेट कंट्री शुड मीट द अबव पैरामीटर्स. I mean, not all, but ऊपर के पैरामीटर्स मैच करने ही चाहिए, राइट. बिफोर वी स्टार्ट डोमेन बाइंग स्ट्रैटेजी, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस, अगर आपको कोई पॉइंट, कोई वर्ड, कोई मेरी लाइन ना समझ आई हो, तो पूछ सकते हैं. वी हैव 5 minutes फॉर Q&A. पूछो भाई, सब समझ आ गया क्या, या कुछ भी नहीं समझ आया? दो ही मतलब है इसके. Any questions so far? चलो मूव करते हैं नेक्स्ट लाइन. डोमेन बाइंग strategy. First, narrow your focus, narrow your mentality, narrow your कैटेगरीज. जैसा मैंने अभी बताया आपको कि ऐसे ऐसे नैरो डाउन करना है आपको, राइट. आई गेव यू सम एग्जांपल्स आल्सो. नैरो डाउन law, technology, medical, finance, health, AI, VR, dental, and further also you can narrow down these keywords, right. In case if, अच्छा, मुझे कौन बताएगा सर्जरी कैसे नैरो डाउन हो सकती है? Please tell me how surgery can be narrowed down.
सर सर्जरी भी बहुत मतलब अलग अलग पार्ट्स के अलग अलग होते हैं, उस तरीके से
बताओ ना, पार्ट्स बताओ. कुछ गलत पार्ट्स मत बता देना, पार्ट्स बताओ. डेंटल सर्जरी,
डेंटल या
रूट
हार्ट
कनाल सर्जरी होती है. एंड देयर इज एल्बो की होती है,
मतलब
नी सर्जरी है, राइट.
एक्चुअली सर सारे पार्ट्स के होते हैं मेरे हिसाब से,
है ना. अब सी वी हैव टू सी कि जिस कंट्री को आप टारगेट कर रहे हो वहां पे कौन सी सर्जरी ज्यादा होती है, और पर सर्जरी वो हॉस्पिटल क्या चार्ज करता है. देयर आर सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स in which they have booked domains around surgery only, right.
तो ये
And they are generating leads for the surgery and supporting medical tourism, राइट। यूके यूएस से इंडिया में लोग आते हैं अपने डेंटल उसके लिए। जैसा मैंने कल बताया था कि अगर आप एक डेंटल सर्जरी के लिए या लेजिक सर्जरी जो आई की होती है उसके लिए आओगे, तो यूके में जितने प्राइस में होती है ना विदाउट इंश्योरेंस, यूके में जितने प्राइस में होती है उतने में आपका आना जाना, 5 स्टार में रहना और सर्जरी सब कवर हो जाएगा। या जो चीज यहाँ पर 30,000 रुपए में होती है ना 40,000 रुपए में, उसके वहां पर 4 लाख का खर्चा आता है, राइट। So, and apply a few brand naming principles like domain should be simple, memorable, याद रहना चाहिए. It should pass radio test. Okay. Uh, if I say any word, right, I'll invent some new word. अगर मैं डिक्शनरी वर्ड कहूंगा तो उसकी स्पेलिंग आपको पता ही होगी, बता ही दोगे, राइट? ओके. I'll say ओके, I'll say मोटेला. क्या स्पेलिंग होगी इसकी?
क्या सर?
मोटेला. मोटेला की क्या स्पेलिंग होगी?
MOTALA
मोटे
MOTELA
हाँ, मोटेला का, मोटाला नहीं का, मोटेला.
हाँ MOTELA.
That means if I'm, saying any domain name and you can, guess spelling of that domain name properly in a correct way, then it passes radio test. Okay. If I say fasciala, can you spell it? These are not dictionary words. These are just, invented word by me for a brand name. Suppose that fasciala. Can you?
FACIALA.
It could be Y also. Fasciala. YALA. FIRCILA. Yeah, FRASILY. It could be anything. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
your domain should pass a radio test, right? जैसे हिवलेट पैकर्ड की मैं बात करता हूँ. हिवलेट पैकर्ड का स्पेलिंग नहीं पता होगा, बट उसका ब्रांड नेम तो एचपी है ना. एंड एचपी इज इजी टू, एचपी इज वेरी डैम सिंपल, मेमोरेबल, radio test of course it passes, right? And like apple is also very simple, right? And you should avoid hyphens. But there are some countries also who like hyphenated domain names. In Germany, they are more European countries, they like domain like SEO hyphen company, financial hyphen service, right? But country like USA, Canada, I mean, they don't like hyphenated names. So as a beginner or as an expert domainers also, you can avoid hyphen numbers, because yeah, there are so many domains. There could be billions of, possibility of creating a domain name, and lakhs of domain names are expiring daily. So why you should, choose hyphenated or numbered domain? And domain में basically ये TO वाला TO वाला भी avoid करना चाहिए, because this two can be confused with numerical 2, right? the भी avoid करना चाहिए, क्योंकि AN ये लोग भूल जाते हैं. Okay, when Facebook started its company, they started with thefacebook.com, right? I have a friend, he started with theserverguy.com, right? तो the server guy में जब उसको 2 महीने बाद 3 महीने बाद रिकलेक्ट करना होगा, then they tend to forget the part, the, right? भूल जाते हैं. बहुत कम ब्रांड हैं जिनमें द आता है, राइट? जैसे कुछ याद करो, द टी कंपनी हो गया, कुछ ही ब्रांड में. ओके, यू हैव सीन, आई थिंक लेस देन 0.0001% कंपनीज यूजेस दिस द वर्ड या N, right? And suffix with S wisely. S is for plural, right? Like we have seen in yesterday's webinar, there was a domain called Chats Business, right? That's not a good name. Good name should be Chat Business. Okay. See, live chat is a good one. Live chats is not so good, right? But in some cases, S is, I mean, widely used, like tools, right? If I say domain tools, yeah, plumbing tools, or camera tools, right? So camera tool is not going with, not going good. So in that case, S is better, right? तो ये आपको common sense से ही भी आ जाएगा, और नहीं पता चल रहा तो you can search that term, that word which is most popular actually, most prominent actually. तो उस टाइप का डोमेन लेना चाहिए. And yes, if you have option to book both the domains, you should book both, like mobile tool and mobile tools. If you have an option, you should book both the domains, and you can sell this domain, that domain as a package to your client. Hey, I'm having plural version of this domain also, right? See, if I talk about holidaypackage.com or holidaypackages.com, in that case, holiday packages sounds good to me, right? Domain name research कर लेनी चाहिए. Google keyword planner, KW finder is there, Uber suggest is there. You can research how many searches are there in Google. I mean, that indicates the volume of intent, whether it is informational, whether it is transactional, whether it is commercial, right? Evaluate the price, find commercial value. Commercial value क्या होती है, कैसे evaluate करोगे? ये नाइफ है, ये साउंड रिकॉर्डर है, right? वो दिमाग भी लगाने का है. और you can use GoDaddy appraisal tool also, right? और SCBot एक tool है, SCBot, वो tool भी use कर सकते हो. You can Google these tools, okay? तो अगर कोई डोमेन नेम दिमाग में आया है, तो उस टूल का यूज करके उस डोमेन नेम को डाल के देखो. अगर कोई वो टूल $1000 का कह रहा है और एक टूल $5000 का कह रहा है, कौन सा बुक करोगे? $5000 वाला. एंड दैट $5000 appraisal doesn't mean you can sell that domain for $5000. It is not the rule, right? Okay, it's not the case. Don't follow any domain appraisal tools blindly to book domain names, right? They I mean, these kind of tool will assist you, right? Okay, I'll show some example right away, and try to find buyers before you buy the domain name. How to do that? Like yesterday we did for Prime Art Studio. What we did, we googled, ठीक है, गूगल किया, and you can search your buyer in
Google Map.
search engine like Yelp, Craigslist, या other classified sites, right? तो एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, right? कि टूल यूज करते हैं अभी. Okay. GoDaddy appraisal tool. ठीक है. हाँ. ओके, तो मैं चेक करता हूँ. ओके. Leather. $25,000. Okay. I'm more than $25,000. Okay. Okay. Leather shoes, right? If I have option to choose from two domain. Leathershoes.com, estimated value of this domain is $18,000, right? And if I do leather belt, okay, come on. Estimated value is $6,700. Can you tell me why it is so? कोई बता सकता है क्यों लेदर बेल्ट डोमेन की वैल्यू कम है, लेदर शूज की ज्यादा है? कम ऑन, यार इतना तो बता दो कोई।
सर शूज ज्यादा लोग यूज करते हैं मतलब बेल्ट के मुकाबले।
मतलब ओके यू आर सेइंग कि देयर कुड बी सम पीपल जो लोग बेल्ट नहीं यूज करते, यू आर सेइंग दैट राइट?
लाइक बेल्ट मैक्सिमम यूज करते हैं, लेदर बेल्ट कम यूज करते हैं।
यू आर सेइंग शूज आर यूज्ड मोर देन द बेल्ट, राइट?
यस यस।
बट आप आंसर थोड़ा सा ठीक है, बट आई नीड अ बेटर वर्जन ऑफ इट. Why belt is having lower price than shoes? Anyone?
सर बेल्ट
और
से पॉपुलर कीवर्ड है, शूज जो है पॉपुलर कीवर्ड है बजाय बेल्ट के।
और बताओ, चलो ये भी मान लिया, ठीक है. See, these are the parameter which these tools uses. और पैरामीटर क्या होगा? अभी मैंने बात करी है सेशन में, जो बताया है, based on that you have to answer me why belt is having lesser price than shoes.
टिकट वैल्यू ज्यादा है, जो शूज की टिकट वैल्यू ज्यादा है।
पॉल, वेरी गुड आंसर. पॉल ही है ना ये?
यस सर।
हाँ, वेरी गुड आंसर. ओके, अभी मैंने एग्जांपल दिया कि नाइफ एंड साउंड रिकॉर्डर का, राइट? शूज की वैल्यू, शूज का टिकट साइज ज्यादा है. कहाँ 2,000 रुपए से स्टार्ट होता है, सपोज 2-2,500 रुपए के एक डिसेंट से शूज आते हैं, राइट? बट बेल्ट कितने की आती है? 200 रुपए की भी आती है, 300 रुपए की भी आती है, 500 की भी आती है. आप खुद सोचो, मैं 10,000 रुपए शूज पे खर्च करना चाहूंगा, ना कि बेल्ट पर. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? ओके, और मेरे पास 2 बेल्ट हैं और 4 या 5 शूज हैं. सबके आंसर ठीक थे. ओके, जो
yes.
बिल्कुल जो सही आंसर है जो मैंने अभी बताया, दैट इज टिकट साइज. द वैल्यू ऑफ प्रोडक्ट बेल्ट इज लोअर देन द shoes, but if I check belt.com, then it can be higher, man. ठीक है ना? You cannot compare apple with the oranges, right? तो leather belt और belt को you cannot compare. Of course belt is far premium than leatherbelt.com. Getting my point? ठीक है? ओके, एक चीज और चेक करते हैं. और कोई नाम बताओ. नाम बताओ भाई कोई. चलो, I'm taking this domain, prime.com, right? ठीक है. सी, चलो हम checking now primeart.com. See, it is valuing primeart.com for $7,000, right? And see why this tool is useful for a domainer. Okay, but don't follow this. If I buy Primeart today, although it is not available, if I buy Primeart today, okay, it is not necessary I end up selling this domain for $7,000. Okay, ये एक indicator है. It's an indicator, right? And there are multiple parameters which these appraisal tools use, like, and apart from that you can also compare related sales. Apart from appraisal, it will also show you related sales. EpicCart.com, right? It sold for $4,899. AZ Este, I don't know, AZTcard.com 6666, right? GeminiArt.com for $3,800. See more. Okay, so you can also check sales history of related domain, okay, to come up with the decision whether should I book this domain or not. Okay, what price I should set for that particular domain, right? ये सबको assess करने के लिए आपको ये tool काम आएगा. Apart from this, there is one more tool called namebio.com. okay, वो बताता है any past sales of a particular domain name. हॉकी कहाँ है?
सर नेम बाय
अरे यार क्या बात कर दी इसमें, अंदाजे से जिसमें भी. हाँ, so name bio is a tool. In this tool you can check history of past sales. Suppose I type ledger.io, ledger ही डालता हूँ बस. Let's check out. Okay, see, WHOIS बिका $152 का GoDaddy पे 18 Feb. वाओ. ओके, तो म्यूट ऑल कर रहा हूं मैं एक बार. So I'll choose placement exact. Okay, I'm going to show something that. Let's see. Ledger.ai sold for 13,000 $13,000 on this date, right? Venue Epic. Ledger.gg, Ledger.io, it is sold for $1,20,000. Okay, it was sold by me actually. ओके, और ये डोमेन्स बता रहे हैं कि लेजर का डोमेन इतने में बिका पास्ट में, और ये प्लेटफॉर्म्स है. फाइन, एंड यूजिंग दिस टूल यू कैन डू मोर experiment via choosing, you know, extensions, price range. Okay, you can check I mean 200 between 200 and 1,000. Okay, and the keyword containing casino, right? ठीक है ना, and domain extension com and placement anywhere. Okay, exclude hyphen, exclude number, right? This will give you an idea. Price range not allowed. Only paying members are allowed to search with price range smaller than 5,000. No problem, baby. Just tell me price range between 5,000 to 10,000 USD. Okay. Okay. This will assist you with इस प्राइस रेंज के बीच में किस टाइप के डोमेन सेल हुए हैं, राइट? देखो कसिनो वर्ल्ड आते ही सारे वो 8-9 हजार पे जा रहे हैं. ओके ओके, एंड इसके बाद इट इज ऑल्सो मैंडेटरी टू चेक डेट. इफ डेट इज 10 years old, then this price doesn't matter. Because in current time, if it is 1 decade old, in current time that could be 5x or 10x. ठीक है, ये बात भी ध्यान रखनी है. तो namebio.com भी लर्निंग के लिए अच्छा टूल है, right? I never say you attend webinar and go and buy domain names. I always say research, use these kind of tools, play with these tools. Okay, then learn knowledge, experience, gain करो experience, ऑन करो फिर लो, because I'm not getting money out of it ना, if you are buying any domain from anywhere, ठीक है ना? And apart from that, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Can you see the slide or not? No, right? Wait, let me share it again. Slide दिखाई दे रही है अब? ठीक है?
Yes, yes.
Okay. आगे बढ़ते हैं. हाँ, listing is important, right? The moment you buy a domain name, don't sit on that domain name. Okay, why you are buying domain names? To sell, of course, right? Sometimes what people do, I mean, they buy a domain name and they sit on that domain name for 3, 4, 5, 6 months or sometime a year, because nobody knows. In million of searches daily, nobody knows who is searching for what kind of domain, who is searching for which type of which set of domain name, right? Suppose I have just booked leathershoes.com. If I sit on that domain name and somebody might be searching that domain name today only or tomorrow only, okay, that particular buyer will miss my domain name. I miss my opportunity to sell. So listing is very important. Why listing at afternic.com is important? Because it has larger network, it has network of so many registrar. If I speak about dana.com, name.com, tucows.com, तो बहुत सारे रजिस्ट्रार जो हैं, आई मीन GoDaddy जैसी जो बहुत सारी और भी कंपनी है, उनके साथ भी इनके टाई अप है. ओके, एंड तो and 75 million domain searches happen every month in this platform. Okay, people type word like कीवर्ड लाइक लेदर, शूज, ठीक है ना? तो आपका डोमेन आ सकता है कहीं भी. अभी मैं आफ्टरनिक यूज करता हूं. I'll share my screen. I use afternic. Suppose I am having one domain name which includes a word leather. If somebody is looking for leather, or let's say leather shoes, who knows? Okay. If somebody is looking for leathershoe.com, which is on sale for $39,000, and you have leathershoes.com and selling for $10,000, he will definitely buy your domain name. Getting my point? Okay, if if I type any other name like if I type, let's search chatgpt.net is on sale for $99,500. Suppose you have ChatGPT online, अगर आपके पास है, and you have listed chatgptonline.com for $5,000, it might sell. Okay, if you compare this domain with chatgpt.net, firstly it is .net, not king as .com, and secondly this is coming with higher price, right? So I'm searching ChatGPT online also. See, chatgptonline.org is 20 say on sale for 25,000. See, I'm saying thinking of domain name. That name is already booked and for on sale, including hyphenated version also. But hyphenated version is on sale for just $990. ठीक है? This hyphen or number kills the pricing of domain. See, ये new GTLD की हालत है. ChatGPT Pro.online is selling for just $100 because this is new GTLD. GTLD means generic top level domains. What is TLD? Top level domain. What is TLD means extension like .net, .com, .online, .music, .club. These are TLDs. Some are old like .com, .net, .info. Some are new like online, .website, .attorney, etc. Right? Chalo. We will move ahead. ठीक है ना? So these are the things. I will also share this deck or slide with you via email. मैं इसको शेयर कर दूंगा आप लोगों के साथ, ठीक है? तो एक्सपोजर अच्छा मिलता है, right? And listing at Shadow and other network, ठीक है ना? कंपेयर करते हैं. See, if you are buying domain name, after nick पे list करना must है because that has greater exposure to end user also, reseller also, domainer also, companies also, everywhere, right? If I compare my listing with these 4 platforms like GoDaddy.com, GoDaddy attracts end user, ठीक है ना? You yourself say who will give you more money? End user only, right? Who is going to use your domain name as their business, as their blog, as their e-commerce store? They will definitely give you money because they are end user, right? So GoDaddy is so popular, every end user searches their domain name on GoDaddy.com. ठीक है? Sedo.com is right choice for selling domains to reseller or big ticket size domain like how.com, baby.com, ठीक है ना? Because उसपे बड़े-बड़े broker, बड़े-बड़े domainers होते हैं, right? Namepros.com would be right choice for selling domains to domainers for a small price. Like you can sell $10 domain for $15, $12, or even $3 if your domains are expiring soon. End of the day, you'll get something from them, right? And another is dnforum.com. I have to check that dnforum.com is online or not. And this platform is good for domainers or resellers only, right? If I want to buy any domain from you, I will definitely buy for lesser price because at the end of the day, I want to sell that domain to an end user to get money. Okay, I mean that's where my margin is. Wahi mera margin hai, right? First priority should be afternick.com. Then you should list at other platforms as well. If you are lazy like me, I just list my domain at GoDaddy and so jata hu uske baad, right? For brandable domains, you should that domain to BrandPa, BrandBucket, and SquadHelp.com also because these websites are explored by the upcoming companies, brand, and startup to search for their brand names, right? And put same price across the platform because that is some how that is ethical way of doing pricing. Okay, don't list your domain for $100 at Afternic, $300 at Sido, $500 at Dan.com. Never do that. Okay, that will put question mark on your ethics or your professionalism, right? For names like readtraveler.com or should read as readtraveler. Pokerbaba.com, if you have two keywords domain, you should type this domain as in title case. Like in case of Pokerbaba, P is capital and B is in capital letter. And write small description mentioning meaning of the domain name and why buyer should buy your domain name. Let's talk about gadmo.com, GADMO.com, gadmo.com. what kind of description you can write. See, in case of leathershoes.com or in case of leatherpurse.com, leatherwallet.com, it is easy to judge what kind of domain that is. But in case of gadmo.com, what can you write? You can write this domain can be used for gadget sites, mobile site, and gadget blog, gadget e-commerce portal. Okay, you can write, this kind of description, meaningful description to your domain name, like it's a dictionary word, it's a most popular Google search term, right? ये सब कुछ आप डाल सकते हो. Benefit of listing at GoDaddy. GoDaddy has huge brand reach via advertisement targeting end users. Have you seen GoDaddy ads on Facebook? Have you seen on YouTube? Have you seen on क्या कहते हैं Google? देखा होगा ना आप सबने, ठीक है ना? तो और एंड यूजर का ट्रस्ट भी उस पर है, राइट? जैसे इफ आई टॉक अबाउट बैक ऑर्डरिंग टूल कि जब मैं बात करता हूं तो मैं कभी भी नहीं कहता कि आप GoDaddy का टूल यूज करो. कोई मुझसे पूछता है तो मैं कहता हूं आप स्नैप नेम्स यूज कर सकते हो, नेमजेट की सर्विसेज यूज कर सकते हो, .io के लिए आप park.io यूज कर सकते हो बैक ऑर्डर करने के लिए, राइट? तो और एंड यूजर का जो ट्रस्ट है वो भी GoDaddy पर है, बिकॉज GoDaddy इज डूइंग एडवर्टाइजिंग across the globe, okay, and it is one of the top and only domain registrar having a platform for new domain registration, aftermarket resellers and auction platform or expired domain platform, etc. And the most creative advertiser in domain name industry. I must say that if you Google GoDaddy advertisement in 2000 or 2002, you will know ki like how controversial those ads were in that time. You can Google it that yourself, right? तो ये कुछ एड्स हैं जो मिथुन धोनी को लेकर इन्होंने इंडिया में एड्स बनाई और काफी क्रिएटिव एड्स बनाई कि एक बाबर जो है उसको भी ये कह रहे हैं कि डोमेन लो और अपना बिजनेस बढ़ाओ, ठीक है ना? Setting a domain name price, comparable sales लिखोगे. Okay, I have just spoke about using GoDaddy appraisal tool. You can check you can compare past sales of similar domain or same domain. You can use tools like namebuyer.com also. Be flexible, rigid नहीं रहना अपने price पे. If you are setting price as $1,000, be ready to sell that domain for $200 also. See, because when you start domaining, don't think you will become rich overnight. It is not happening. Domaining is a business like others. किसी कोई भी दुनिया में बिजनेसेस है, ये भी उसी की तरह एक सीरियस बिजनेस है. इसमें भी विद टाइम पैसा आता है, राइट? So be flexible with your price. Don't be rigid. Sometimes some buyers don't like rigid people in terms of pricing is concerned. कभी दुकान पे आप जाते हो कोई चीज खरीदने, वो कहते हैं 1000 रुपए का, आप कहते हो कम कर लो, 200 कम कर लो, वो कम नहीं करता. आप कहते हो 100 कम कर लो, वो कम नहीं करता. कहते 50 कम कर लो, वो कम ही नहीं करता. आप कहते हो लेने ही, because that hurts your ego. आप अगली दुकान पे जाते हो. इट हैपेंस, राइट? डोमेन में भी ऐसा होता है. रियलिस्टिक प्राइसिंग, यू शुड हैव रियलिस्टिक प्राइस which makes sense. किसी भी डोमेन का नाम सुना, प्राइस नहीं डाल लेना कि मेरे को ये डोमेन तो भैया 1 करोड़ का बेचना है. अभी किसी ने कोई डोमेन बुक किया ज़करबर्ग की बेटी का और मुझसे पूछा कि ये $1 मिलियन तो दे देगा ना. That is not going to happen, right? Even for a good domain, nobody gonna pay $1 million unless it's a one word domain name like ledger.com, freedom.com, shopping.com, वो $1 million की domain है. Understand the niche. We spoke about this. I spoke about this. You should understand your niche. Then only you can come up with a good pricing strategy. Okay, if you are working for leather shoe niche, you know your price. If you are working for this, why I'm showing this recorder multiple times. So you should have understanding of your niche, your category, your industry, right? And research. You can research your prospects profile before quoting, but always quote realistic and reasonable price. Okay. We have discussed so many tools like GoDaddy. See, if your niche is casino, just check out. Just put casino word at name bio. Just put, just imagine domain names like casinoblog.com, casino store.com, casinoticket.com. Just think domain name and put those domain name in GoDaddy tool, GoDaddy appraisal tool, and you can check past sale in namebio.com as well. Then you'll get to know कि किस price range में बिक रहा है. Then you can set your price. Then you can make your sweet spot for that domain name. After you buy the domain name, decorate that domain. If you have bandwidth, you can create small micro site also. You can create logo. I have mentioned one or two tools yesterday, how to create logo for free. After you buy the domain, first list at marketplace and enter proper WHOIS. Feed proper WHOIS to your domain name. Be always contactable via WHOIS also, like proper email address which you check regularly, proper phone number, not phone number like that 1 2 3 4 blah 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 blah. No, proper phone number, whatever phone number you have. Okay, if you want to make some privacy, then you can give your official number, but you can have one more thing. What does it cost? Nothing. 50 रुपए में आता है. Equal price everywhere. Logo concepts, matlab you should be able to describe your domain name when somebody inquires or in your landing page. Landing page is what? Landing page क्या होते हैं? Whenever you type domain name in address bar, whatever comes, that is landing page. ठीक है? Remove parking. अगर आपके पास बहुत अच्छा डोमेन है, पार्किंग रिमूव कर दो. पार्किंग मींस एडवर्टीजमेंट्स, बिकॉज एडवर्टीजमेंट से बहुत कम पैसा आएगा. अगर आपके पास सैकड़ों डोमेन है, हजारों डोमेन है, तभी आपको पार्किंग से एक अच्छा रेवेन्यू आ सकता है कि आपका रिन्यूअल का कॉस्ट कवर हो. Ready with stats. You should be ready with stats like path sale, like comparable sales, like CPC, like Google Trends, Google searches, Google search volume. Agar if you have bought any expired domains or domains from GoDaddy closeout, you should be ready with how many backlinks that website is having already, and have price range ready. Suppose you have put $1,000 for a domain name, be discount ready and decide your floor price. Okay, decide your floor price, like I'm listing this domain name for $1,000, no problem, but I could sell this domain name for $200 even, because in domaining business, whether you are a beginner, whether you are an intermediate, whether you are a pro or god or legend, जो भी हो सकता है, selling is necessary. Selling is mandatory. Selling is key of any business. नहीं बेचोगे तो खाओगे क्या? गोलगप्पे? आगे बढ़ते हैं. बिन प्राइस की स्ट्रैटेजी जो है उसमें लाइक हम बात करेंगे कि बिन इज बाइड नाउ. Okay, some domain name has, buy it now price. Buy it now price means if you have put $1,000, if someone wants to buy that domain name, they will just click on buy now button and they'll pay and take that domain name. Make an offer means you have listed your domain name as make an offer listing. That means they cannot buy your domain name, but they can make an offer. Okay, like $100, $200, $1,000, and third option is auction. You can auction your domain name in multiple platforms like Park.io, Namejet is there, GoDaddy is there, Sedo is there, right? There are so many platforms for domain auctioning, right? Bin, when Bin is the best? Bin is the best for fast decision pricing. And customers, industrial verticals and pocket must be considered also. See, if I know in some industry, for some niche, selling $1,000 domains is easy, then you should price that domain as $799, because in that case, it can sell easily. Because see, sometime your prospect is not interested in making you an offer, because sometimes they cannot wait. So I mean, they are excited to come up with a brand, come up with an e-commerce store. Sometimes they cannot wait for your email for an offer, and they don't know if they are going to close it or not. Okay, in that case, bin works the most. If you have set the price right, lesser than industrial price, if you have set the price right, bin works the best. Make an offer if you have a great name, right? Like I have how.in, I have some good four-letter.com as well, right? So if you have a great name, good name, and you want prospects, interest, and offer, and um, you are not in hurry to sell that domain name, then you can set make an offer also. And there's one more thing, you can also combine bin and make an offer, right? Like $2,000 is bin price, and still you can make an offer. You can come up with $500, and then you can counter with $700, and he will come up with the $600, and negotiation happens. Okay, and you'll be ending, end up selling that domain for $700 or $800. It might happen, it can happen. Okay, and third one is you can always rotate this strategy every 2-3 months, sometime bin, sometime make an offer. Okay, and set it at auction with a reserve price. Reserve price means minimum what you want from the auction. If you think you can get great good number of buyers in a platform, and you have to also check one thing, what kind of domain names are selling on that particular platform on particular event, I mean on a particular time span, like this week, this month, right? That's all from my side, and you can ask questions related to today's uh, session. Don't ask price for a particular domain name. Okay, please throw some question. Vishu is saying, sir, your voice is not clear because of internet connection. Recording मिल सकती है क्या? Recording मिलेगी 100 रुपए की. हाँ. What are the US states with most purchasing power? What are the US states with most purchasing power? Hamza, can you copy and paste the same sentence in Google? And come up with answer, man. Right? Suraj Yadav, ortho surgery like Alibaba. Low market size, bigger market, selling scale large है. I think search volume, shoe price high है. Travel, how to get domain name which are already in possession of somebody else for personal use or resale. Okay, ठीक है. Krish, great question. Okay, tell me any name. Like leathershoes.com. Suppose I want to buy leathershoes.com. What I'll do? Check out. What I'll do? I will open WHOIS.com. See, if I'm a domainer or I'm a reseller, Fitcurry domain भी मेरा ही है, brandable and keyword domain भी आ गया, ये मतलब health niche में आ गया, Fitcurry, रेस्टोरेंट की कोई चेन ले सकती है, you know, मसाले बनाने वाली कंपनी ले सकती है, because मसाले से ही करी बनेगी. हाँ, I'm typing leathershoes.com. Who is looking? leathershoes.com. क्या है भाई? leathershoes.com. ठीक है. See, this is privacy protected, so I can't look for this the owner of this domain name, but there are other ways also. You just copy and open URL, right? They might be having some landing page which can take you to make an offer or buy now page. None. ठीक है, कुछ नहीं है. Okay, and that doesn't mean you cannot find the owner of leathershoes.com. There is one more tool, Hoxie. I don't know how to pronounce it. WHOIS. Okay, it will show you who is history of a particular domain name, right? हिस्ट्री में भी नहीं आया तो भाई फिर उसका पैसा लगेगा. हाँ, हाँ, history says that this domain at the time of query in 2014, history says that you can contact at this address, domain at igenesis.com, but it might be old owner, right? It might be old owner. Then I again check history, igenesis. See, igenesis is coming in this case. You can mail to domain at igenesis.com. If he is the current owner, he will offer you the price. If he is the old owner, he can tell you the email address or contact detail of new owner, right? There are other ways also. Other ways are opengodaddy.com. Type leathershoes.com. This is paid service. You should not use it. I mean, you are a domainer, you should not use paid service at all. Okay. This is for end user. Okay, and go to Aptonic. I mean, कहीं तो list किया होगा. Hit leathershoes.com. shoesleather.com is available. Open sedo.com. We have to check. They might have listed their domain here. Who knows? oops, they are not here. Okay. So using that WHOIS history option, you can mail them, right? Okay. हाँ, इसका आंसर मिल गया आपको क्रिश? हाउ टू गेट डोमेन विच आर ऑलरेडी इन पोजीशन ऑफ somebody else. See, one example. Why I say you should have proper WHOIS if you want to sell domain name. Why I say you should have proper landing page, proper inquiry page if you want to sell your domain name. Because if you are easily approachable, easily contactable, then it increases chances of selling your domains, right? मतलब हम एक्सपर्ट ही नहीं ढूंढ पा रहे, वो एक्सपर्ट टूल को यूज कर रहे हैं, तो एक एंड यूजर कैसे ढूंढेगा बाबा? अच्छा, just want to hear from your own experience. Okay, okay. See, as far as my experience is concerned, your question was most purchasing power. ठीक है? Most purchasing power, apart from most purchasing power, we have to also see the market size, the popular city. I mean, how a particular state is popular, what kind of industries are there. We have to see industries wise also, right? If I talk about casino domains, if I talk about gambling domains, if I talk about hotel domains, if I talk about club domains, then which state is having most purchasing power? Nevada, because Las Vegas is there. Getting my point, right? And if you are, if you have some domain related to some industry which are in California, then California, in that case, California has the most purchasing power, right? If generally speaking, in my experience, I mean, New York, cities like New Jersey, San Francisco, तो ये सारे शहर हैं जो who have most purchasing power actually, right? But it depends upon the category also. If it is related to taxes, companies formation, then Dallas, Texas, and there's one more state, I forgot the name, right? It depends upon the niches you are playing. Currently, AI is trending. What would be the best strategy to find the best domain in this niche? Okay, like chat AI, image AI, video AI, AI lawyer, etc. Okay. I want to check thousands of words using Python for availability. Do you know any free method or cheap API? You can open OpenNIC.com. OpenNIC.com. You can also open WHOXY.com. The website which I have just opened, they provide API for cheap, right? Leather shoes owner is rich, doesn't want to sell. See, I mean, it can be true, but some people hide their details actually, right? Some domainers also do, right? I mean, मेरे भी कुछ domain पर मेरा WHOIS proper से नहीं डाल रहा था, ठीक है? कभी जानबूझ के भी नहीं डालते यार, कभी कुछ होता है controversial domain या. Paul, what are the consequences of sharing the domain name for sale in social media platform? You will get more reach, no consequences, no problem. You can share in LinkedIn platform. LinkedIn is a good platform to sell your domain name. Can someone harm the credibility of the domain? No one can. I mean, in case of website, people can do, negative SEO, but in today's era, that is not possible because Google is smarter these days, very smart. Yeah, LinkedIn is the best platform to sell your domain names, right? Krish, if it is not available anywhere, what is the next step? Krish, if it is not available anywhere, you have asked about leathershoes.com. Okay. There's one more step which I have missed. Just wait. There's one more step using which you can contact domain name, right? Leathershoes.com is with C wasp. सुने ही नहीं है भैया ये नाम. अगर ये GoDaddy होता, then you can approach GoDaddy and say like, hi, I want to buy this domain name, please contact buyer. C wasp domains. Register info. Yeah, I cannot check the website of the registrar itself, man. Maybe some private registrar owned by a group of people. Possibilities are endless. See, Hoaxy may you can outreach that I Genesis guy. I mean, there are 100% chances he's a owner of this domain name. Otherwise, you can find the website of CWAS LLC and you can email them if they have service. You can outreach them. Okay, because you see in this email address, you can also email to this email address also. Okay, they can check, they might be checking this email address as well. You can check this email by sending at least one email outreaching once. Let's take more questions. Can someone know how it is a join this? Swadhin Khan. Swadhin, how are you? Long time, brother. Thank you. I tried all steps to search but could not reach the domain owner, just like leathershoes.com. There are more steps also. There are some gray steps also. Follow also the new Silicon Valley Enterprise SaaS tech. Yeah. Sir, how much does it cost to become a domain registrar? See, for this question, to become domain registrar, I'll show you something. You can approach ican.org, right? If anybody wants to become registrar for a domain name, you can approach them and you can find all the details here itself, right? And to become registrar of any domain, you have to do affiliation with registry, right? Like for .com and .net, VeriSign is the registry, right? VeriSign. Okay? VeriSign is the global provider for .com and .in. If you want to become registrar of .in domains or co.in domains, then you can contact registry.in. Registry.in or Nixie. ठीक है? And to become a registrar, cost is higher, and there is monthly cost involved as well. How much does it cost? It will cost you some hundreds of $1,000, and there could be monthly cost of maybe more than $1,000. Depends upon the see, for .io domains there is different registry. Okay, you have to follow different path for different CCTLDs. They are more agencies which comes in, right? So Sitya, why you want to become domain registrar, or you are just asking just out of your curiosity? Okay, because don't think कि domain registrar बन जाएंगे तो domain सस्ते आएंगे. For domain registrar, domains are not cheaper. Domains are cheaper for you. Suraj Yadav is asking profit. What is profit margins in becoming registrar? Very less. In cents, you can say, because there is huge competition. In cents, every. Rahul Rai, sometime I see domain name sale in name bio in good price, which I couldn't find meaning of that domain name and related anything. See, there was there was an era of Chinese domain. उनका तो कुछ मतलब ही नहीं होता था, like ZRU, कुछ भी any 5 numbers like 53216.com, and it sold for lakhs of rupees as far as INR is concerned. Sometimes कुछ मतलब नहीं होता, बिक जाता है, कुछ नहीं पता होता. See, मतलब नहीं होता is आपके लिए मतलब नहीं है ना, जिस बारे में लिया है क्या पता उसके लिए मीनिंग हो, राइट? यू आर सेइंग मतलब नहीं होता डोमेन का. इफ यू चेक द WHOIS.com for this QWERTYUIOPQA, इसका कोई मतलब होता है? Does it make any sense? No, right? But it is booked, and you cannot buy this domain even for $5,000. You cannot buy. It has no meaning. You cannot say this domain to anyone. Okay. Okay. I'll do one more thing. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. That is free. But don't book this domain, huh? I was just checking, right? But earlier, few years ago, it was booked. This domain was also booked. So it has also no meaning. Sometimes people buy fancy domains just to, have that fancy or vanity domain. Sometimes people buy for nothing. If I type this domain and search, it might be on sale. It might be on at some parking page or so. Not buy this domain. Can you see? Buy this domain in leathershoe.com. There is no buy now link, but buy this domain is here. If I click here, let's see what happens. This domain name might be for sale. Use this form to make an offer. Here, this strategy, this listing is make an offer. listing. I can make an offer for $1,000 and fill this form and submit. Then they will follow up with me. But they are not going to sell this domain for even for 1,000 or क्या $5,000 में भी वो नहीं बेचेंगे. We have just 6 minutes to finish this session. If you have questions, you can ask. From your experience, what are the best methods to run ads for brandable and EMD domains, just like Squad Help and Brand Bucket do? See, for brandable domains, I'll tell you. Do you prefer Facebook ads or Twitter ads? I prefer LinkedIn ads. For curiosity, sir, I heard that. Yeah, it costs 400 to 500K to launch a TLD. Yes, yes. Registry big business is not good as you see it. All registrar are earning from the hosting, from the email services, from the SSL they sell actually. Right. So, from your experience, what are the best methods to run ads for brandable or EMD domains? I'll tell you one thing. We have taken one session, I think last year or 2 years ago, how to sell domain names using LinkedIn ads. I think this was there that time. So we'll again do that session. Okay, I'll tell you briefly what happens. Suppose you want to sell brandable domains, right? And that brand is related to a casino per se. Suppose you have rollingcasino.com or you have casinotable.com, right? So create a good, flyer, good banner having that domain name and use case of that domain name in 2-3 lines. And if you run ads on LinkedIn platform, then you can target that casino people narrowly, right? You can target positions like directors, CEO, brand managers, chairmen, right? You can target those, and you can also further narrow down by saying, hey, I want to target casino pages. I want to target people from the casino industry. You can choose that, okay? And that in that case, that that ad will be shown only to casino industry people, right? Okay. For EMD domain, of course, it depends upon the domain. Suppose you have EMD like leathershoes.com. Suppose you have that domain, you can always target CEO, founders, managers, directors of the leather company, leather shoe company, any fashion brand, any leather fashion brand, right? So this is the way which I have just explained to you, like you can target the audience, and targeting works best with LinkedIn. Can you hear me? Just say yes, because Jay Gupta.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Then Jay Gupta, check your speakers, man. Don't blame me. If you want to anything else, if you want to ask anything else, you can ask. Okay,
डेमो क्या देने के लिए
okay, give me 3-4 session ideas which we can do next month.
जय जी, मैं थोड़ा एक सवाल पूछूं? मैं राजेश पारस है।
बिल्कुल पूछिए सर, बिल्कुल।
मेरा डोमेन था ई कॉमर्स एक्सपोर्ट करके, तो मैं उसकी वैल्यूएशन भी अच्छी दिखा रही थी। नाउ एक्सपायर्ड हो गया, मैं जब मैं सेल करना चाहता, उसकी वेबसाइट भी थी अच्छी खासी। तो चैलेंज क्या आ रहा था, मैं उसको आफ्टर निक पे लिस्ट भी किया, ठीक है ना, लेकिन जैसे उसको सेल के लिए लिस्ट करता था तो वो क्या, यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू लिस्ट फॉर द सेल पर्पज, ठीक है ना। जबकि मेरी वेबसाइट लाइव थी, सब कुछ था, मैं उसको लाइवल डोमेन के तौर पे सेल करना चाह रहा था। ओके, तो आफ्टर निक पे पॉसिबल है कि भी नहीं है? कैन यू एक्सप्लेन मी?
है। आफ्टर निक में पॉसिबल है। हुआ क्या होगा, लाइक समटाइम व्हाट हैपेंस इज, किसी ने अपने 10 डोमेन छोड़ दिए, सपोज एक्सपायर हो गए, 1 साल हो गया उनको, 5 महीने हो गए, वॉट, और वही डोमेन बाई चांस किसी ने बाय कर लिए, राइट। इफ यू ट्राई टू लिस्ट दैट डोमेन एट आफ्टरनिक, तो होता है क्या कि पहले से जो लिस्टिंग उसने की हुई है उसका आफ्टरनिक का अकाउंट बंद नहीं हुआ है, तो आपको लिस्ट करने नहीं देता। इस केस में यू कैन ऑलवेज ईमेल टू आफ्टरनिक एंड एक्सप्लेन योर प्रॉब्लम। आफ्टरनिक की सपोर्ट को कांटेक्ट करो और वो इसको सॉल्व कर देते हैं। मेरे साथ भी ये कई बार होता है।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Give me some session ideas for future. Future means upcoming months. I want 2-3 session ideas from everyone. Chat में type कर दो so that I can copy paste. Please go ahead. Please. राजेश जी, आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे थे?
जय जी, मैं कह रहा था कि हमारी कंपनी है ब्रांड्स आयो इंटरनेट प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। मैं लिंक शेयर, ब्रांड्स आयो इंटरनेट प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, ओके, मैं उसका लिंक शेयर कर रहा हूँ, आप इसकी ग्रोथ ही होइएगा। बेसिकली ये क्रिप्टो यूजर के लिए फ्रैक्शनाइज सर्विसेज देती है डोमेन्स को लेके, ठीक है। सो डेफिनेटली इन फ्यूचर आपको टाइम मिलता है, सो आई कैन सेट अप द कॉल एंड एक्सप्लेन यू। हम उसके लिए भी एक सेशन कर सकते हैं आम पब्लिक के लिए भी, basically for those people who are investing the crypto just for not getting any real asset project. Here they are getting the real domains. So these are the things. So it's a new startup, so I'm working with them as a digital marketing, you can say.
But in logo you have single A, in domain you have double A.
हाँ, वो तो क्या बोलते हैं, मार्केटिंग के हिसाब से है, आइकॉन्स है वो।
ठीक है, you can speak about it, no problem.
श्योर, थैंक यू। अच्छा, मुझे एक ये सवाल था, वो उसी वेबसाइट, जैसे हमारी वेबसाइट लाइव है, डोमेन लिया मैंने, परचेज किया और मैंने उसकी वेबसाइट बना दी, आपने बताया, उसको लाइव कर दिया मैंने। अब मैं उस डोमेन को आफ्टर निक पे कंप्लीट एज ए डोमेन सेल करूं या फ्लिपा पे जाके कंप्लीट एज ए पैकेज डील सेल करूं?
आप आप फ्लिपा पे जाके भी सेल कर सकते हो, आफ्टरनिक पे भी जाके भी सेल कर सकते हो, बट फ्लिपा एक ऐसी वेबसाइट है जहां पे जब बायर डोमेन खरीदने आता है उसका इंटेंट होता है कि मुझे विद वेबसाइट मिलेगा। उनका माइंड पहले से प्रोग्राम्ड होता है कि मैं डोमेन नहीं खरीद रहा हूँ, वेबसाइट खरीद रहा हूँ, और ये ऑफकोर्स मुझे डोमेन से महंगी कॉस्ट आएगी, राइट। आफ्टरनिक पे जो आएगा, जो बायर, उसका इंटेंट डोमेन बाय करने का होगा, वेबसाइट बाय करने का नहीं होगा। आप भले ही 10,000 रुपए की साइट बना दो, वो आपको कहेगा मैं $200 दूंगा, यू नो। तो फ्लिपा में आपको अच्छा पैसा मिल सकता है।
ओके, थैंक यू।
GoDaddy ऑप्शन सेशन, ओके, ठीक है। आई वांट मोर आइडियाज मैन, करो ना टाइप। अपकमिंग, ट्रेंडिंग, फाइंडिंग करंट एंड अपकमिंग डोमेन ट्रेंड्स, राइट। GoDaddy ऑप्शन सेशन, राइट, ठीक है, हो जाएगा। ऑप्शन सेशन जब हम करेंगे, वी विल ऑल्सो, I will also put my domains, in live auction in GoDaddy. In that particular session. We will do full practical. What about special domains like emoji domains? Krish? कुछ नहीं है. Emoji domains are vanity domains, right? Vanity domains हैं और कुछ नहीं है. Usable कहाँ है? मतलब कुछ नहीं है अभी तो. .net ही नहीं बिकते. .com ने वो बना रखा है, .net ही नहीं बिकते और इमोजी कहाँ से बताएंगे? आई मीन किसी को डोमेन बताओगे तो हाउ डू यू टेल देम? इमोजीज डोमेन्स आर जस्ट वैनिटी डोमेन्स, फैंसी डोमेन्स, दैट्स इट. राहुल राय, हाउ टू गेट फर्स्ट सेल्स? हाउ टू गेट फर्स्ट सेल्स? जय गुप्ता, can you answer this question from Rahul Rai? How to get first sale?
मैंने पूछा सर, मैं बोलूँ क्या?
नहीं, ये सेशन आइडिया दे रहे हो, सवाल पूछ रहे हो?
मैं आइडिया दिया था.
हाँ ठीक है, ठीक है. मुझे ना सवाल ऐसा पूछ लिया कि मैं फंस गया.
हम सबके बहुत चहेते, बहुत पुराने, बहुत सीनियर हमारे डोमिनर हैं दीपक सर. अगर उनके लफ्जों में कहा जाए तो एक थाली लीजिए, उसमें दीपक जलाइए, उसमें मोमबत्ती जलाइए और भगवान के आगे घंटी बजाइए.
प्रे टू गॉड. हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. मतलब है भी वही, एक सेंस में ये सच बात है. मतलब फॉर फर्स्ट सेल यू हैव टू प्रे.
What I have learned from my own experience of past few years is that in domain names you are not really likely to do much. Most of it depends on luck and timing. The timing of the salesperson and the buyer's mindset.
And domain also.
Yeah, obviously the domain also, but eventually it is the end sale, the end event is sale, and it depends on the other person. Timing. तो उसके लिए आपको पूजा अर्चना का सहारा लेना पड़ता है.
हाँ, रुद्राक्ष भी पहनने पड़ते हैं.
मतलब नास्तिक को बना पता है पुजारी सर.
उसके लिए भी जय सर मदद कर सकते हैं.
सर प्लीज सर, मैं नास्तिक हूँ, थोड़ा हेल्प करो.
हाँ चलो, इट वाज नाइस सेशन.
सर एक
पूछो.
एक और क्वेश्चन सर. वो जैसे कुछ सेशन मैंने देखे थे तो सर ने आपने भी बोला था कि स्टार्ट विद द कीवर्ड बेस्ड डोमेन या एग्जैक्ट मैच डोमेन. तो मैंने कुछ डोमेन खरीदे, लेकिन मैंने उसके आउटरीचिंग भी की कोल्ड ईमेलिंग के थ्रू, लेकिन मैं 5-6 टाइम भी कर चुका हूँ, लेकिन मुझे रिजल्ट अभी तक नहीं मिला, उससे रिप्लाई नहीं मिल रहा है.
कितना लोगों का आउटरीच किया है?
सॉरी,
कितने लोगों का आउटरीच किया है?
अराउंड 200 था सर, क्योंकि उसकी जो मतलब मैंने उस कीवर्ड को जो मैंने गोल कीवर्ड प्लानर में जो ऐड कर रखा है, तो उसकी जैसे वॉल्यूम है 3600 एंड उसकी सीपीसी 15 दिखा रहा है, मतलब 15. तो ये क्या सेलेबल है?
सेलेबल है, बट आउटरीच, whenever you do outreach you have to use email tracker also. You have to see whether they are opening your email or not, right? Sometimes email lands into that spam folder, तो वो भी चेक करना होता है.
क्या होता है सर कि जैसे हम अदर चीज के लिए लीड जनरेट करते हैं, जैसे कोई डिजिटल मार्केटिंग सर्विस के लिए, तो वो तो जनरेट हो रहा है कुछ ना कुछ, लेकिन इसके लिए कोई नहीं आ रहा था मुझे.
देखो ना, cold outreach you cannot do purely cold outreach for domain. You have to do targeted outreach. Like if you want to sell leathershoe.com, if you want to sell criminallawyer.newyork.com, you have to target criminal lawyers in New York.
सर मैं उसी की बात कर रहा हूँ. मैंने एग्जैक्ट वो कीवर्ड से मैंने ईमेल निकाले थे और एक एक करके मैंने वो वहां से भी निकाले थे, गूगल मैप से भी निकाले थे वो एग्जैक्ट मैच कीवर्ड के डोमेन.
कितने डोमेन पे किया था ये?
सॉरी,
How many domains you had that time?
लाइक मैंने तो अभी लर्निंग कर रहा था तो एक्साइटेड में खरीद लिया बहुत सारे डोमेन, मतलब 5-10 डोमेन खरीद लिया, उसमें 2-3 मुझे अभी लग रहे हैं कि वो मतलब ठीक है। जैसे मैं कुछ नाम दूं क्या?
No, see, what I'm asking is, suppose you have 10 domain
यस
and you are outreaching for 2 domain and you have outreached 200 people, you will get nothing. Okay? Most of the time. What happens is, I mean, whosoever is playing this battlefield, what they do, they're having, 2 to 300 domain names. They send thousands of emails daily and they get 2 or 3 or maximum 5, how much? Via email actually, right? If you have a good domain, very good domain, तो चांस है कि 10 डोमेन के बाद भी आप सेल कर सकते हो. Getting my point? It depends upon the domain quality also. And there is one more thing. That law niche is so open. Everybody is doing law niche. Everybody is targeting criminal lawyers in New York. And they are, suppose there are thousands lawyers in New York, and 500 domainers are targeting them from the last 10 years. What numbers can they buy? There are so many new niche also, like speed cruise niche. Cruise. Nobody is doing that. Why? Because they feel like cruise niche is, micro,
very small.
very small. Oh man,
Yes.
in very big, you will get very big competition now.
Yeah, बहुत
In
बड़ी।
small niche, you will get small competition. Nobody is targeting small niche. So
Yes.
you should target this, right? Find those niche also that nobody is playing. Casino, crypto, law, medical, finance, services like plumbing, carpenter, roof repair, travel. Everybody is doing that.
तो सर वो मतलब 10 डोमेन से आपको एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए कि अब आपको बिक ही
करना
जाएगा।
चाहिए अगर आपका निश क्रूज है या कोई स्पेशल है तो करना चाहिए। अगर आप लॉ निश में कर रहे हो तब 10 डोमेन से कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला।
लॉ नहीं है सर, जैसे मैं
हाँ,
नाम बता
अरे मैं एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ कि अगर लॉ
Okay.
है तो वही अगरबत्ती जलाने के बाद ही कुछ हो सकता है। ओके,
जिसमें मेरी डोमेन मूविंग कंपनी करी।
क्रिश गुड ईमेल ट्रैकर इज mailtrack.io. You have 200 plus domain on Squad Help, but my STR is 0.79 on Squad Help. Okay, so I'm thinking to running LinkedIn ads for self to see if it makes difference. What will you advise? See, I will advise first make the list of, you must be having a list of 200 domains. First, uh, make another list. First, I mean, classified those 200 domain names into categories or niches, right? Then you will see if you like, I have 10 categories and I have 20 domains in each category. Then come up with a plan that you can invest this much amount in for one category, and you can invest this much amount for one category, and you can also check out like what ROAS you want. I mean revenue on your ad spend. Suppose you want to spend $1,000 and earn $3,000, that's fine. That's okay. Okay, that's okay if those domain names are hand registered. That's a good profit, right? So you have to come up with that plan. You have to classify domains in each category. Suppose you have only two domains in one category, then you cannot spend $1,000 for that category to sell 2 domain names, right? Krish, Krish has asked how much time should we hold on to a domain before selling or letting it go? See, there is no formula, but what I follow is, and what many domainers follow is, what they do. Suppose I am having one domain name and I am confident that this is a good domain, then you can renew it for 1 year. I mean, at least you should have one domain for 2 years. If you are confident that domain is good, only, right? And in second year or in first year, if you have not get any inquiry and you have tried outreaching also, and you'll not, you haven't get any how much email, then you should let that domain go. Okay, you should not renew that domain. Okay, suppose you have booked one domain name and you have got 2 inquiries in first year, then renew that domain. Then again you have got 4 to 5 inquiries in second year, renew that domain name and enjoy your life, because that domain is going to sell in future. But that should not be domain from the trends, right? I mean that for example, that domain name should not be fall under trends like corona, COVID, because that corona thing, that COVID vaccine or anything, that can go with time. Okay, that trend should be there for some longer time, let's say 5 to 10 years. Okay. So that's all for tonight. So we will see you again in some session next month, and based on your ideas, I'll work with my team, and we will definitely come up with these session in upcoming weeks or months, right? Thanks for your time. Bye bye. Good night. Take care. Can I get your email ID? Yeah, sure. You can get my email ID, jaipodayal.com. You can get my phone number, 444. You can get my home address. Did I give you that? No. Okay, this is my email ID and this is my phone number. You can WhatsApp me. Okay, you can WhatsApp me via text message. You can WhatsApp me and I will answer you by sending you voice note. What about credit card? Yes, you can note down it. भरा हुआ पेमेंट देनी है दे देना, रिकवरी एजेंट्स को घर भेज दूंगा. Okay, I'm sending my email ID to everyone. My phone number to everyone. 9871411234. 987141. Oh, again it is 9871411234. You can WhatsApp me. In text WhatsApp karna, then I'll answer via voice note. Okay, and I might delay my answers, right? So, but you'll get an answer. Nahi mila to you can ping me after 4-5 days. I haven't get my answer. Please answer me, right? And believe me, you are not bothering me that way. Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Good night. I'm ending this webinar, right? Thank you all.